my prediction for Guild Wars 2 PvP meta spec. What I think will be in the meta, and what I think will be shit tier after End of Dragons launches. We got S tier to uninstall, like literally just uninstall. First up, let's just go by the list. Let's go Ellie. Core Ellie. Even after EOD, I think Core Ellie will still be awful, and you should not play it. Ever. It will still be terrible. Don't play Core Ellie. Catalyst. I think Catalyst will probably be C tier in PvP after EOD launches. By the way, let me clarify. This is not at all after the last beta, right? This is not like what I saw during beta where it would stand now. This is what I'm predicting it will be after EOD launches. That's to say, I think ANET will buff it, they'll nerf it, they'll give it quality of life in time for launch for EOD. And my prediction is that for this new spec Catalyst, it will actually still kind of be C tier, basically like a little better Core Ellie. Okay, moving on. Tempest. Tempest is good. Dare I say it's like B tier. It's good. Good support. Weaver. We all love Weaver. Fire Weaver's super strong. I would put Weaver in B tier. Good duelist. Can do a lot. It's a good spec. Can hold a node pretty well. It's good. Core NG. We all know Core NG is meta. I'm just joking. Core NG is fucking trash. It might be the worst spec next to Core Ellie. It's terrible, and I think it will still be terrible after EOD launches. Holomancer. Holomancer right now is super fucking strong, and I think it will remain super fucking strong. They might give it a love tap here and there to try and keep it in check for EOD. Maybe a little bit, blind spam or something like that, whatever. Maybe some super speed nerf or whatever, if I had to guess. But regardless, I think it will still be awesome. I think it will still definitely be in the meta. A tier for me is like meta. S tier for me is like super meta, like the best of the best. But yeah, I think it will definitely be awesome. Ranger NG. I'm sorry, Mech. No. 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 Okay, Hammer NG. Okay. Yeah, so anyway, Mech, yeah, all jokes aside, Mech has the same problem that Ranger has, but it's even worse. It's sacrificing a bunch to be to have a pet and to have a bot with it. It's a trait line. It doesn't have its toolkit available. And I think even after EOD launches, Mech will still be terrible. It will always be terrible. It's doomed to fail. Why? Because it's a bot. And why is that important? Because bots suck in PvP, because it means it inherently won't be healthy for the environment. Why? Am I just being hyperbolic? No, I'm not. Because pathfinding, because AI, because it's taking away agency from the player, and unless you have a massive amount of utility, of micromanagement, which, that's always been an issue in and of itself to implement and to balance with Ranger, which I'll talk about later, that will always be a hindrance for Mechanist. Because what does it mean? It has to either be too strong and it's terrible and we all hate it, or it's too weak and it's not strong enough and we all hate it, or they just balance it in between and it's like C or B tier because the pet is like alright, which is still not great because it's still taking away agency from the player. So who cares? It's uninstall. It's no. And I will always stand by that argument. Okay. Yeah, just no. I think it will. It's bad in the beta. It was bad in the betas. I think it will still be bad at launch. Okay. Hammer NG. I think Hammer NG will be all right. It'll be okay. At EOD, it will be where it is probably right now. Probably B tier, maybe C tier, high C tier. For now, I might reform this list when I'm done, but for now, I'll put it in B tier. I'll put it behind the Ellie, because these are better, I think, by a little bit, but basically B tier. Not quite as good as Hollow. Core Guardian, you know ANET loves their Guardians, okay? Of course fucking Support Guard is broken and it's way too strong, and it's way too good. I think Core Guard will still be fantastic support at EOD. It will be a fucking excellent team support in EOD. I still think it will definitely be in the meta. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's my prediction. DH, Trap Guard. Trap Guard's good. It's kind of a one-trick pony. You know, people have fluctuated on this, saying like, it's fucking broken, you know, Trapper runes are broken. You know, stealth, Guardian should have stealth, to like, oh, it's not that good. All it has is traps. In my opinion, it's pretty good for team fights. It can hold its own in duels. Is the best duelist? No. Is the best team fighter? No. But it's good. I mean, it can get you a solid spot. I will put it in B tier. It's quite good. It's not super amazing like Hollow or S tier, but it's good. It's good. Firebrand, no. Actually, I'm gonna give Firebrand a D tier for one reason. Okay, I saw literally one build of Firebrand that was like a Condi like bunker hybrid build, like weird fucking build. And just for that reason, and it was pretty good in like duels, I guess. So just for that reason alone, I'll give it D tier. But is it, you know, is it still shitty? Yeah, it's awful. And I think it won't be at all better in EOD. I think it will suck, and it will still be D tier, just a notch better than this shit. Willbender. Right now, Willbender is, or when we last saw it in beta, it was at uninstall. It was at fucking garbage. But look, what class is this? Willbender. What's the big class it's a part of? Guardian. Okay, and what's the thing about Guardians? ANET loves Guardians. Okay, if there's anything I've learned from ArenaNet, they fucking love their Guardians. They want Guardian to succeed. They want Guardian to just fucking blossom into a beautiful fucking gem rose. You know, green jade rose. And I fucking guarantee they're gonna keep buffing this fucking little guy until it's in the meta. Mark my frickin' words, it will be super strong at some point. But right now it's trash, and I think at EOD launch, it will still be very bad. It'll be borderline trash, but better than absolute dog shit trash. So my prediction is it will be D tier, in the same tier as Firebrand at launch of EOD. This is predictions for what I think the meta will look like exactly at launch. Now, total speculation. Everyone can fucking disagree with me in the comments, that's fine. But this is just my prediction. But yes, I think after EOD, this shit will fucking climb, and it will be fucking somewhere here. Just mark my words, I guarantee it. Okay. Core Mesmer. I think Core Mesmer will basically be where it is now. I think it will be good, solid, kind of sustain B tier. It'll be where it is now, I think. Chronomancer. I think Chronomancer has come a long way. It's not great. I think it will be C tier still. I would argue it's there right now. I think this is B tier as well. Maybe it's A tier. You could debate that. But, you know, I'm trying to be really strict with A and S tier. Let's just be honest. And this is, you know, it's a great roamer. It can shatter. It can do a bunch of stuff. Probably the best duelist in the game right now. I mean, arguably. Arguably. Don't freak out, okay? But, yeah, I think it'll be okay. and it's okay right now. It'll be okay in the future. Virtuoso. I think Virtuoso is not going to really come into its own in PvP because it doesn't have clones, and that's going to lack. It's really going to lack a lot of that typical kind of Mesmer punch and sustain and kind of flow that it used to have. That being said, I still think it will be an interesting build. It's still a cool idea, and in the right hands, it could be an awesome +1 or an awesome kind of one-shot combo, insta-kill type of meme sort of thing. So I'm predicting this will be C tier at launch in the same category as this one. Chronomancer. Ooh. Okay. Vanilla Necro. Right now, in case you didn't know, Vanilla Necro is definitely fucking S tier. It's like Necromancer in general is just part of the meta. I think Necro will get, especially Vanilla Necro, might get a bit of a love tap. I don't think they'll gut the fuck out of Necro. I don't think they'll like destroy it, but they might tap some of its life force. Maybe tap some of its. I mean, I'm totally guessing. I could be totally wrong, right? This is just a prediction for what the meta will look like at EOD at launch. But I am predicting that it will still definitely be in the meta, but it won't be as super strong. But it will still be very strong. Okay, so that's my prediction. I think it will still be in the meta. Harbinger. Right now, Harbinger, the last beta was terrible. It was awful. Its elixirs were silly, and it's just like, why roll it if you could play the better Necros? Its life force stuff was cool. You could kind of say they were kind of going for like a roamer sort of thing with this new Necro, which is cool. But it needs more love. It just needs more pistol love, all that sort of shit. And I think at launch they're going to give it a little bit more, a little bit of a buff. I don't think it will be total trash, but I think it still will not be good, and it will still need a lot more, a lot more QOL, a lot more love, as I keep saying. Reaper right now is very good. I would say Reaper is borderline S tier, probably A tier, and I think it will stay there. It might get a nudge, just like Vanilla Necro. But I think all in all, it will stay in the meta. All in all. Scourge. Scourge used to be a Scourge in the meta, but then they removed the healing amulet bullshit in PvP. It's still good. I don't think it's a terrible spec. You know, fundamentally, there's problems with Scourge that I don't like. This is kind of like going to the Path of Fire stuff. The same problems were with Firebrand before it got mega nerfed. I mean, this one's kind of arguable, but in my opinion, it's good and it will stay good. I think in EOD, it will remain quite good. Quite good. B tier. Maybe it's A tier, but debatable. Ranger! Oh, I hate Ranger. They're all uninstall. Okay, Core Ranger. This is painful, man. Like, look at this. This looks like the same shit. Fucking Ranger the Pet, Bunker Ranger the Pet, Ranger the Confused with a Pet that still is a pet, Ranger with more micro with a pet that the micro should have been in 2012. Like, you should have more micromanagement. Why is this not around all the Ranger specs? Like, what the fuck? It's just depressing, and there's not a lot else going on. It's all duelist. It's all like, oh, I'm the best. I'm a good duelist. I can do other shit. But it's just like, this is just shit in World v World. It's not. It's just sad. But anyway, in PvP, I think this can hold its own. B tier, probably very close to C tier, but still technically B tier. Sorry, Rangers, but it's just kind of all in the middle with it. There's not a lot of variety here. I think it will just remain in B tier. Good duelist, solid duelist, nothing too amazing, nothing too shitty, because it kind of has to be in the middle. Why? Because again, it's that player agency problem that Mechanist has. If they give the pet too much fucking damage and everything's a tail swipe, then oh, it's in the meta, but it's no player agency and the pet is just, you know, shitty and everyone hates it and complains. It's too weak, then we get a problem it used to have, and it's like, buff it, you know, it needs more love, and then it's D tier or uninstall tier and no one wants to play it. You know, so it's either no one wants to play it or no one wants to play against it. So that's why, as you can see, ANET's kind of slid it right in the middle because this is a pet class and you have to be careful balancing that with AI and terrible bot behavior. Classic Revenant, it's alright. C tier, it's not great. Power Herald, or Herald in general, I guess. Herald's good. Herald's great. Herald is in the meta for sure, and I think it will still remain in the meta. Power Shiro, also great. Also in the meta. Super amazing. Like, that short bow shit is super good. It's kind of like pick which one you like better. It seems that they're both being used for side noting, duelist, team support, hybrid sort of stuff. It's good. Greatsword Rev. I think Greatsword Rev, when we last saw it, it was definitely in the meta. It was super tanky. It was so hard to kill. It had like only one dodge, but the dodge was OP. Its greatsword was good damage. Way too much endurance for one dodge. Like, there was no drawbacks with this guy, okay? It's super in the meta. But I think ANET is aware of this, and I think they really want to make sure it doesn't just overshadow the other specs. So with that being said, I think they're going to bring it. They're going to give it some nerfs, and it will be an A tier when EOD launches. I might be wrong about that. This is just a prediction list, okay? But I think when EOD launches, they'll give it some love taps, and it won't be in the strict super duper meta. It will still be very great, still be technically in the meta, what I would say is the meta, but not like the best of the best. By the way, S and A tier are meta in this list. Thief, Vanilla Thief, Condi Thief. I have seen some pretty cool Vanilla Thieves. I don't think Vanilla Thief is amazing. You know, I don't think it's as good as it used to be. I would say it's either B tier or C tier. But considering what's in B tier, I would say probably C tier. It's alright, but leaves more to be desired. Daredevil, it's in the meta now. It will be in the meta at launch. Okay, Daredevil is just fucking easily is, in my opinion, the best spec in PvP. Decap Roamer, hold its own in duels. It can +1 short bow, poison combo, fucking interrupt, unblockable. That's not broken. There's just a bunch of things that Thief can do, and that triple dodge is great. Its mobility is fantastic, and it's what Willbender wishes it could be. And I think ANET will continue, I will say again and reiterate, I think ANET will continue to buff Willbender to try to make it more like Daredevil, because they love Guardian and they just want to make this Guardian as cool as this Thief. Launch, I think it will still be in the meta. At EOD launch, it will still be S tier. Okay, DE. DE is a mean. It's a good +1, but there's lots of other good +1s. I would say it's C tier, and it will remain C tier. It will still be good +1, kind of like Virtuoso or Condi Thief. It'll be able to fuck around and do good damage, spike burst damage against Necros and stuff, but look, it's a big sacrifice for not being a Daredevil or a Spectre, and I think Spectre is the one EOD spec that will be for sure in the meta, in the super meta. Spectre is super strong, and the beta was probably overpowered, honestly. When EOD comes out, they will give it a little bit of a love tap as well. It was doing too much damage. It was kind of a Condi, like, hybrid support pocket healer, which is awesome. I mean, that's awesome for PvP. I love that. It's gonna shine, I think, in PvP more than any other new spec. But I think ANET knows that it was a little bit too strong, so I think they'll give it some love taps. Still, though, I think it's going to be an excellent support class, and it will still be in the meta. So now Thief has 2 super metas, and all the other classes don't. This is my class, Warrior. I have a lot of things to say about Warrior, but I think when EOD launches Vanilla Warrior, it'll be all right. Okay, it'll be C tier. Yeah, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe ANET will start not neglecting me as a class, but I've been neglected for a very long time, and I don't think it will change. So maybe I'm wrong, but I think when it launches, Vanilla Warrior will still kind of suck, or be very average. Meme Zerker, I think Meme Zerker will still be a meme. It won't be fixed. QOL is gone. Hasn't been repaired since. The F2 is gone. No. It's still a meme. It still is just a one-shot meme burst. It's still D tier. Okay, the new spec. I think the new spec for EOD when it launches will be good. Will it be super good? Nah, maybe, but probably not. It is suffering from lack of QOL. It can hold its own in duels. It can even hold its own pretty well in team fights with shouts. But it's a spammy class, man. It's like, come on, like, do more. So, I really hope I'm proven wrong, and they buff this class, this spec. But I think it will just be okay. It'll be alright. It'll be good, but it won't be great. And that pisses me off, because I want this fucking weeaboo samurai class to fucking shine and be amazing and be fucking broken, be so strong, and everyone's complaining on the forums. I want that, okay? I want a super cool fucking kill you in a hit samurai class, but I'm not gonna get that. I think it will be just decent or okay. It'll be B tier. Spellbreaker, this is what I main right now. Right now, I would say Spellbreaker is B tier. This is another one I hope I'm wrong, and I hope I'm proven wrong by ArenaNet. I hope they give this some fucking well-deserved buff so it can be a good duelist or a great duelist. But I think it will still be B tier. I think Warrior still won't be in the meta, and that's depressing. That just shows how little faith I have in ArenaNet showing me love or attention in any way, shape, or form, and it yet again shows that ArenaNet cares about other classes more than Warrior in PvP. So yeah, all jokes aside, this is what I think the meta will basically look like by the time EOD releases. So just to cover it, yep, we got some basic shit here. I mean, look, maybe mech will be better than this, but I'm putting it down there because it just shouldn't exist, man. It just shouldn't exist. Why are we getting 2 ranger specs, pet specs, in this expansion? No! No, ANET, no, that's not good for PvP. What living world designer made this and decided that? And then told CMC to somehow balance that. That is unbalanceable. It's doomed to fail in Worldy World and PvP. Okay, rant over. But yeah, this is what I think it will be, and okay, let me just quickly say what I want it to be, okay? This is just for trolls. This is just for memes. What do I want? I want this. I want fucking, meme warrior. Oh, sorry, not meme. Weeaboo warrior to be the best. I want it to be fucking broken and kills everything else. And then I want Meme Zerker to get a rework and actually be decent. I want Spellbreaker to be a fucking god at duelists. And I want Warrior to be good too. I want Core NG to stay dead, and I want Mech to stay dead. I want Core Ellie to be good. And I want all the Rangers to disappear and uninstall the game. That's what I want. Uninstall. There we go. I want Scourge to be buffed. That's right, I said it. Buffed. I want it to get 10 dodge rolls. But I want the health to be 10 HP, so that if you die, if you get hit by even 1 peck of anything, you die. But you can get double the minions, so you get double Minionmancer. It's a spec within a spec, okay? That's what I want. And you get barrier, And, you know, if you have the skill for it, it's fucking god tier, but really it's shit. So we'll put it right in the middle. And I want Reaper to have a buff for its great sword, stay right where it was. I want Core Necro to die and go to D tier. I don't like Core Necro anymore. It has had its time. Lich should go away. I want Hollow to, yeah, I want Hollow to go away. Hammer Engie, whatever, stay there. I want Ellie to get more love. Okay, which Ellie is gonna get more love? Fucking, which one? Fucking Bam. Okay, Fireweaver. Why Fireweaver? Just kidding. Actually, it'll go here. Why? Because I want Fireweaver to die. Just kidding. Psych, you're an uninstall. And I want Catalyst. No, I want Catalyst to then be A tier. Well, that's stupid. How are you going to make that A tier? It's crap. It's like C tier at the most. Oh yeah, fool? Guess what? Make Hammer actually good in PvP. Now we're talking. And also make minions for Catalyst or something, so it's cool. I want Guardian to uninstall. All of them. I hate Guardian. All of them should uninstall. I want Virtuoso to actually be quite good. And I want all the other Mesmers who don't play Virtuoso with stupid bots, shadow clone bullshit bots to uninstall. I want DE to just stop being DE. I want Condi Thief to just go away. I want Core Rev to just forget it's playing the game. And I want Revenant to stop pretending to be Warrior. You're not Warrior. You're never going to be Warrior. Okay, I want Shiro to be pretty good. And, you know, Duel, you're alright, but you shouldn't be in the meta. And Thief, you're awesome, but guess what? Okay, you're not really in the meta. Guess what? Bam, you're the best duelist. No one can beat you. That's what I really want, okay? This is what I really want. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Just make all the warriors the best. And then Hollow, and then Thief, and then Revenant, and then everyone else, especially Ranger. Ranger, you know, I'm lying. Ranger should just go all the way down, like right here. Okay? So that's what I think.